This is not another message. This is the sound of a spiritual door unlocking for you alone. Archangel Michael is holding a sealed envelope with your future address inside. If you close this video, that door will close with it. But if you stay, if you subscribe and press play, the angels will begin placing the furniture in your new home before this video ends. Archangel Michael says you're moving. This is the picture of the place you are moving to. Open right now before it, my child, my beloved. Heaven has been waiting for this moment to reach you. There's something urgent and divine you need to hear because where you are now is not where you're meant to stay. Please listen with your heart open. This message was nearly blocked from reaching you. But today, heaven moved the veil aside because the angels need you to know you're moving. Not just houses, not just locations, not just zip codes or doorsteps. You're moving into a season you prayed for. You're stepping into a divine promise that was delayed for years. But now it's been released. And beloved, what you're about to see in your spirit is not a fantasy. It's a glimpse of the actual place, the house, the environment, the land where peace will overflow and your soul will finally rest. Before you go any further, subscribe now so these miracle messages reach you first. There's a reason heaven chose you to see this before anyone else. So don't lose your spot. This move is not random. It's a sacred alignment. Now take a breath because what comes next is going to make your spirit tremble with recognition. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That inner shift, that divine discomfort where you are. That urge to clean, to throw away, to detach. Yes, that wasn't a coincidence. That was your soul responding to the call. The spiritual lease is expiring and heaven is handing you new keys. But here's what they didn't tell you. This move has already been arranged. The place already exists. Your name is already in the walls. Your energy is already there. And heaven is about to show you the picture of where you're going. Let this sink in. You're not just moving into a new place. You're moving into your prophecy, your peace, your promised land. And it will look eerily familiar. Why? Because your soul has been there before in visions, in dreams. This is the place that was hidden from you until now because God needed the timing to be exact. And now it is. My child, my beloved, let me tell you what the angels are whispering around your name right now. They are saying, it is done. The place is ready. Prepare them. Because this isn't just a relocation. It's a divine restoration, a soul-level redemption, a holy shift that no human hand could design. You didn't stumble onto this message by accident. This message stumbled into you because it saw your heartbreak. It saw the nights you cried on the floor, wishing to be somewhere, anywhere else. And heaven heard that cry. We saw it echo through the walls of your spirit. So we sent this confirmation to arrive exactly on time. Let me say it boldly, clearly, and without hesitation, you're leaving and where you're going has your name carved into the foundation. Even the wind there already knows how to call you. You think you've seen beauty before. You think you've experienced safety. Oh, child, you've seen shadows. But this place, it will feel like stepping into a divine photograph your soul forgot it took. And here's what may shock you. The enemy knew about this place, too. That's why everything started going wrong where you are now. That's why the delays came. That's why the isolation increased. The moment you got close to discovering this place, the enemy panicked, but heaven intervened. And that's why you're reading this right now. Do you feel that pressure on your chest, that pull, that sensation in your stomach? That's not fear. That's divine alignment knocking. The place is calling. It's almost time to go. But wait. Before I reveal more, pause and subscribe now. Not because we need your attention, but because heaven wants you to be the first to receive every door that opens next. Your alignment depends on staying connected. Don't let this be the last message you hear before the miracle. Now come closer because I'm going to describe the place. And something inside you will tremble when you realize. You've seen it before. There is a hallway in this place with golden light. Not from the bulbs, but from the peace that lives there. The energy is so pure, it glows. There is a window that faces your future. When you look out, you will feel like you've come home to something ancient, something holy, something you thought was lost. And in that place, there will be no pretending, no performing, no shrinking yourself to fit in. This place was designed for your spirit to expand, and it will. You'll find yourself laughing without reason, breathing deeper, speaking softer because you won't be in survival anymore. Child, you've been surviving too long. Now you're being shifted into living. That's the move. That's the miracle. And there's something else. You've already met someone who's connected to this place. They may not have mentioned it, or maybe they did in passing, but they were a sign. Heaven has been leaving you clues, subtle signs, a passing conversation, a forgotten dream, an old notebook, a street name you keep seeing. None of it is random. All of it has been part of the divine breadcrumb trail leading you to this confirmation. But child, you must act before it disappears. Yes, the place is prepared, but time is sensitive. And if you wait too long, it may be handed to someone else. You think doors stay open forever. Not divine doors. They are living things. They breathe, they move, they respond. And this one is opening for you now, but it won't wait forever. That's why the urgency is so heavy. You may feel pressure right now. You may feel overwhelmed, but that's not fear. That's transition. It feels like pressure before a birth, and child, you are birthing a new life, a new location, a new identity. Because the version of you that lives in that new place, they are not just healed, they are transformed. And that's who you were always meant to be. Heaven is not just moving your body, it's moving your destiny. And listen closely. The enemy will try to distract you after this message. That's how you'll know this is real. Expect interference. Expect drama. Expect sudden discouragement, but don't fall for it. Stay anchored to this word, because the moment you agree with it in your spirit, the move will begin accelerating. Angels are already packing what you can't see. Spiritual boxes, old agreements, stagnant energy, they're being removed from your field, and new energy is being infused, fresh breath, new air, a different light. Yes, the place is prepared, but time is sensitive. And if you wait too long, it may be handed to someone else. You think doors stay open forever. Not divine doors. They are living things. They breathe, they move, they respond. And this one is opening for you now. But it won't wait forever. That's why the urgency is so heavy. You may feel pressure right now. You may feel overwhelmed. But that's not fear. That's transition. It feels like pressure before a birth. And child, you are birthing a new life, a new location, a new identity. Because the version of you that lives in that new place, they are not just healed, they are transformed. And that's who you were always meant to be. Heaven is not just moving your body, it's moving your destiny. And listen closely. The enemy will try to distract you after this message. That's how you'll know this is real. Expect interference. Expect drama. Expect sudden discouragement. But don't fall for it. Stay anchored to this word, because the moment you agree with it in your spirit, the move will begin accelerating. Angels are already packing what you can't see. Spiritual boxes, old agreements, stagnant energy. They're being removed from your field, and new energy is being infused. Fresh breath, new air, a different light. You'll feel it soon, even before you move. Your senses will begin to awaken. Colors will look brighter. Time will feel faster. You'll feel the breeze of a place you haven't stepped into yet because your spirit will arrive before your body does. Now, hear me carefully. You don't need to figure it out. This isn't a move you'll plan. It's a move you'll be led into. You'll wake up one day and the timing will be perfect. The door will open, the invitation will come, and you'll just know it's time. But don't miss the warning. If you keep clinging to the old space, you'll block the blessing of the new place. And some of you, you've been emotionally living in the old place too long. You've been building on expired soil, but not anymore. You are being relocated by divine force, by holy fire, by prophetic instruction. There is no force in hell that can stop this. Do you hear me? This move isn't coming from man. It's being commanded from heaven. And now the photo, the vision, the imprint. Close your eyes. Ask God to show it to you. Not in full, but in flashes, in sensations, in a knowing. It will begin showing up everywhere, on TV, in songs, in your dreams, in conversations with strangers. It will follow you until you say yes. So say it now, beloved. Whisper it. Yes, I accept the move. Yes, I surrender to the new place. Yes, I trust what heaven is arranging. And when you do, the picture will become clearer. The place will call louder and the shift will begin. My child, my beloved, there is something sacred about what you're stepping into. And it's bigger than a building, bigger than a room with 4 walls. This is a soul shift, a destiny unlock, a relocation that will rearrange every area of your life. The place is not just physical. It's spiritual. It's dimensional. It's layered with healing, favor, and revelation. Listen to me closely. You're not being moved just for comfort. You're being moved for mission. There's something at that location that needs your presence. It's not just about what the place will give to you. It's about what you carry into it. There are people assigned to you there. There are divine appointments already booked. There are doors, massive, unexplainable doors that will only unlock the moment you step foot into that land. You felt it, haven't you? Like something has been waiting for you. As if somewhere a home has been whispering your name while you were busy surviving in unfamiliar spaces. Yes, child, it's true. That's the place. That's the energy. That's the confirmation. And now that heaven has revealed it, you must make a decision. Will you trust the vision before you see it in the natural? Because the key doesn't arrive after belief. The key appears the moment you believe. Let me speak to the fears in you, the doubts, the wondering. But how will I afford it? But how will I get there? But what if it doesn't work out? But what if I'm making this all up? Beloved, those are not your thoughts. Those are the last desperate distractions of an enemy who knows that once you say yes, they lose access to your next level. Don't let delay become disobedience. Don't let your miracle rot in waiting because your fear wore a mask called logic. You are not moving alone. Heaven will walk the staircase with you. Angels will carry the luggage you can't see. And what you thought you lacked will show up the moment your feet start moving in obedience. Listen again. You are moving. Heaven has cleared the airways. The spiritual traffic has parted. The light has turned green. And your blessing has been released. But it is fragile, time-sensitive, holy, and heaven does not repeat itself when obedience is delayed. There's someone who will read this and delay and miss it. But I believe it won't be you because something in your spirit is rising right now. It's trembling. It's burning. It's remembering the promise you made to God years ago that if He ever gave you one more chance, you wouldn't hesitate. This is that moment. This is that chance. The one you asked for. The one you wept for. The one that almost didn't reach you because the forces of darkness tried to block it 3 times, but it got through because you needed to see this. Stop here. Pause and subscribe because there are more messages coming and some of them will reveal details, exact locations, time frames, and divine companions you're destined to meet. Don't let this be the only message you receive. Let the next one confirm what your spirit already knows. Now, let's talk about the tests. Because every divine move comes with a test of faith. Before the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, there was a wall of water in front of them. Before they entered the Promised Land, they had to walk through a wilderness. And before you take hold of this next place, you will feel the test rise, a sudden confusion, a delay, an offer from your past, an argument, an emotional spiral. It will all be designed to make you question this move. But now that I've warned you, you'll recognize it. You'll say, this is the final test. And you'll pass it because what's waiting for you is not just a home. It's a holy inheritance. You will walk into that place and the moment your feet hit the ground, you will feel every past rejection turn to divine redirection. You will sit in that space and realize that what broke you before was actually building you for this exact environment. There will be a mirror in that house. Not just one of glass, but of identity. You'll see yourself clearly again, not as wounded, not as forgotten, but as chosen. And that, beloved, is why the enemy fought you so hard. Because he wasn't afraid of you where you are. He was terrified of who you'd become once you arrived where you're going. I want to describe something else. A detail from this place. Something you've never told anyone. A childhood image, a color, a shape. It will appear in this new space. Like a whisper from God that says, I remembered. Because heaven remembers the things you buried, the dreams you gave up on, the visions you stopped telling people about because they laughed or they left. But God didn't forget. He just delayed the reveal until the timing was perfect. And now it is. Now the time is ripe. Now your heart is ready. Now the move can begin. This is the reason your sleep has been strange. This is the reason people have been walking away. This is why opportunities have been closing, because a new address has been scheduled in heaven. Child, your angels already have the new coordinates. Your spirit has already checked out of the old location. Now your agreement is the only thing missing. So say yes. Say yes out loud right now and heaven will mark your file, approved for movement. One more thing and you must hear this with your whole being. This place is safe unlike the last one. You won't have to watch your back. You won't have to water down your light. You won't have to apologize for your joy. This place was made for you and you were made for it. It is as ready for you as you are for it. This place has a garden, not just of plants but of peace. You'll walk in it and feel the quiet voice of God again. And when you rest, you'll sleep. Deep, healing, uninterrupted sleep because even your body will know, this is home. The people there, they'll smile differently. They won't just tolerate you. They'll honor you. They'll recognize the oil on your life without asking for you to pour it out on them for free. This move will shift your finances. It will open your creativity. It will reignite your purpose. It will reignite your spirit with something ancient and eternal. And once you get there, you'll look back at where you are now and say, why did I wait so long to leave? Because, beloved, this is the place where the version of you that God intended will finally come to life. But one last thing. And this is critical. You must not tell everyone about this move. Not yet. There are people around you who are secretly praying it doesn't happen. They smile in your face but carry jealousy in their hearts. And if you speak too soon, you give them access to curse what heaven is trying to cover. So for now, stay quiet, protect the vision, move in silence, and let the results speak loudly when the time comes. Heaven is protecting this move. Don't expose it before it matures. When the time is right, you'll know who to tell. And they'll rejoice with you, not resent you. My beloved child, you are so close. You can feel it. And now that this message has found you, you are marked. You are claimed. You are seen. Now breathe, smile, and get ready because the picture of the place you are moving to is already forming in your dreams. And soon you'll be standing in the middle of it, whispering, "This is exactly what I saw." And heaven will reply, "Yes, it's what I promised." Go now. Prepare. Stay expectant. The next 48 hours may bring a divine clue, a sudden confirmation, a strange invitation. Watch for it. It will carry the signature of heaven. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And what's coming is going to feel like coming home to yourself. You're moving, beloved. Heaven is moving you. And this is the picture of the place. Say yes. Say it loud. Say it with faith. And then watch what unfolds. My child, my beloved, you're still here reading. That means you felt it. The pull, the ache, the knowing that something is about to break open. That's not anxiety. That's spiritual anticipation. You're standing in the hallway between the old and the new. And heaven is holding the door, but it won't be held forever. You must walk through. Not tomorrow, not next year. Now, this moment right here is the moment your future has been waiting for. Let me tell you what's happening in the spirit realm. While you're still deciding, angels are finalizing details. They're touching hearts, rearranging paths, bringing people into position, all for you. Because this isn't just a relocation of address. It's a relocation of identity, of spiritual power, of divine authority. In the old place, you were surviving. In the new place, you will be soaring. Your wings have been clipped by the atmosphere around you. Toxic energy, silent jealousy, old pain soaked into the walls, rooms that echo with prayers unanswered. But now heaven says enough. You've outgrown the place where you were planted. It is going to feel like coming home to yourself. You're moving, beloved. Heaven is moving you. And this is the picture of the place. Say yes. Say it loud. Say it with faith and then watch what unfolds. My child, my beloved, you're still here reading. That means you felt it. The pull, the ache, the knowing that something is about to break open. That's not anxiety, that's spiritual anticipation. You're standing in the hallway between the old and the new and heaven is holding the door. But it won't be held forever. You must walk through. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now, this moment right here is the moment your future has been waiting for. Let me tell you what's happening in the spirit realm while you're still deciding. Angels are finalizing details. They're touching hearts, rearranging paths, bringing people into position, all for you. Because this isn't just a relocation of address. It's a relocation of identity, of spiritual power, of divine authority. In the old place, you were surviving. In the new place, you will be soaring. Your wings have been clipped by the atmosphere around you. Toxic energy, silent jealousy, old pain soaked into the walls, rooms that echo with prayers unanswered. But now heaven says enough. You've outgrown the place where you were planted. And when a tree's roots begin to choke themselves, the gardener must repot it. That's what's happening. You're being uprooted for expansion, transplanted for elevation. Child, you're not being punished. You're being positioned. And yes, there will be loss of comfort, loss of familiarity, loss of people who can't go where you're going. But you must remember. You were never meant to stay there. You stayed because you were loyal, because you were afraid, because you thought maybe the pain would eventually stop. But heaven watched. Heaven counted the nights you whispered, "God, if you're still with me, send a sign." This message is your sign. Undeniable, unmistakable, uninterrupted. You made it here. And now the choice is yours. But hear me. If you stay, you'll shrink. You'll outgrow your blessing. You'll resent what used to feel safe. And that's not your destiny. Your destiny has a view, a balcony, a space, a place where light floods the corners of your soul that haven't seen the sun in years. You know the ones I mean, the parts of you that smiled for others but sobbed when alone. The parts of you that stopped dreaming just to survive. Those are the parts that this new place is healing, because this place was prayed into existence generations ago before you were born. Someone cried out for a restoration and God scheduled it for your lifetime. You are the answer to their cry. You are the fulfillment of a promise they never saw. And now you must say yes. Because when you say yes, it's not just for you. It's for every soul connected to your obedience. You are the gate opener, the first to go, the breaker of patterns, the one who moves so others can follow. Child, your courage to move will give someone else permission to rise, but you must move. You must stop asking for another sign. You're swimming in signs. You must stop waiting for the perfect timing. You create the timing when you obey. Heaven doesn't work like earth. Here, obedience opens gates. One step triggers the entire system. And so, if you feel stuck, it's not that the system is broken. It's that the step hasn't been taken. Take it now before this moment becomes a memory. You'll never forget this message because it marks a turning point in your life. In the next place, you will feel God differently. Not because He wasn't present where you were, but because now you'll have space to hear Him clearly. You'll see colors in the sky that never made sense before. You'll speak more slowly. You'll breathe deeper. Your hands will stop shaking. Your back will loosen. Your tears will stop being bitter and start being sweet because you'll cry out of gratitude, not grief. That's what the new place offers. And something else. In that space, there's a door you don't yet see. Behind it, financial freedom, spiritual clarity, purpose, relationships that don't drain but restore. And your name is written on the lease in heaven's handwriting, signed, sealed, waiting for your yes. Child, your yes is the key. Don't underestimate the power of surrender. Surrender doesn't mean losing control. It means trusting divine direction more than your own understanding. You were never meant to carry this alone, and now you don't have to. Archangel Michael has been dispatched with sword in hand, cutting spiritual blockages, severing ties to past pain, lifting heavy clouds, making a way. You felt the shift. Now step into it, but do it quickly because the gate is open, but it will not remain open forever. Heaven is a flow, not a freeze. Flow into it. Move now. Align now. Say yes now. Say it. Even if your voice shakes, say it. Even if your knees tremble, say it with mustard seed faith and watch the mountain move. Say, I accept the move. I trust the vision. I believe the promise. I surrender the plan. And when you say it, the spiritual locks will unclick, the resistance will break, the interference will end, and the favor will flow. That's why this message was nearly blocked. That's why you felt strange reading it. Because it is coded with breakthrough. It carries divine permission. And now you have it. You're moving. Not because you forced it, but because heaven released it. Child, get ready to walk into rooms that feel like prophecy. To touch doorknobs that feel like destiny. To sleep in peace for the first time in years. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment. This is faith made manifest. And your yes is the final ingredient. So what will you do? Will you let fear vote? Will you let the past narrate the present? Will you let doubt delay you another year? Or will you trust heaven? Even when it makes no sense on paper, because the new place, it's already waiting, already humming with your name, already vibrating with your arrival. You've been expected, you've been prepared, you've been called, you've been anointed. And now you are being sent. Go. Go in faith. Go in trust. Go in grace. Go in fire. And remember, this is not goodbye to where you've been. This is welcome to where you've always belonged. My child, my beloved, you're still here. And that means your spirit is listening. Your soul is waking up to something ancient. A truth you always knew. The interference will end and the favor will flow. That's why this message was nearly blocked. That's why you felt strange reading it, because it is coded with breakthrough. It carries divine permission, and now you have it. You're moving. Not because you forced it, but because heaven released it. Child, get ready to walk into rooms that feel like prophecy, to touch doorknobs that feel like destiny, to sleep in peace for the first time in years. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment. This is faith made manifest. And your yes is the final ingredient. So what will you do? Will you let fear vote? Will you let the past narrate the present? Will you let doubt delay you another year? Or will you trust heaven even when it makes no sense on paper? Because the new place, it's already waiting, already humming with your name, already vibrating with your arrival. You've been expected. You've been prepared. You've been called. You've been anointed. And now you are being sent. Go. Go in faith. Go in trust. Go in grace. Go in fire. And remember, this is not goodbye to where you've been. This is welcome to where you've always belonged. My child, my beloved, you're still here. And that means your spirit is listening. Your soul is waking up to something ancient, a truth you always knew but couldn't fully touch. Until now. You've crossed a threshold by saying yes. You've already moved in the spirit. Now the physical shift will follow. But hear me, because this part is critical. Your obedience has changed timelines. The things that were meant to take 5 years are now being compressed into 1. The blessings that were locked behind delay have now started running toward you. Yes, running, not walking, not crawling, running. Because heaven is urgent about this. There's something about your new place that must be claimed now. Let me reveal something that few understand. Some places carry a destiny vibration. Not all land is equal. Some locations have been soaked in prayer, marked for revival, set apart for breakthrough. And you, my beloved, you've been selected to live on such ground. This place is sacred. That's why it's been hidden. That's why nothing else felt right. That's why everything else fell through. It wasn't rejection. It was redirection. God was saving this for the right moment. And beloved, this is the moment. The atmosphere in that space is different. It carries alignment. It carries divine memory. It holds angelic charge. When you walk in, you'll feel something invisible bow in honor, because the place knows who you are. Your presence has been prophesied there. You belong. There's something else. A revelation you may not have considered. Sometimes God has to remove people from your current life because they are not spiritually compatible with the land you're about to occupy. Not everyone can breathe the air where you're going. Not everyone can walk on holy ground. Not everyone deserves access to what God built for you. And though it hurts to lose them, you will gain everything heaven intended when you walk away from what was only meant for a season. Beloved, I know your heart is tender. I see how deeply you care. How often you've waited for someone else to be ready before you move. But now you cannot wait anymore. Their delay cannot become your disobedience. You must move forward, even if it means walking alone for a while, even if no one understands, even if you can't explain it, because spiritual moves often don't make sense until later. It's only after the miracle happens that people begin to say, "Oh, now I see why they left." They'll understand in time. But you must obey in this time. And child, once you arrive, the confirmation will be instant. You'll open the door to that place and every cell in your body will say, "Yes, this is it." You won't even need words. Your spirit will just settle. Your chest will loosen. Your back will straighten. Your breath will deepen. And you'll know the storm is over. You have arrived. And when you sit down, your tears will come. But not the old tears. Not the weary ones, not the desperate ones. These tears will be of release, gratitude, recognition, a deep holy relief that says, "God, you remembered." You'll see details in the place that reflect your inner world, colors you love, textures you've dreamed of, corners that look like something out of your imagination, and you'll whisper, "How could you know?" And heaven will reply, "Because I built it with you in mind." You see, child, God doesn't just assign random blessings. He custom builds them. He designs with intention. He creates from the blueprint of your soul. That's why this move feels so deeply spiritual, because it is. And here's something else few understand. Spiritual moves come with spiritual warfare. After this message, don't be surprised if you face resistance, unexpected arguments, financial pressure, doubt, fatigue, distraction. That is not coincidence. It's interruption. A last attempt to deter your destiny. But now that you're aware, you will not fall for it. You will say, "No, I've already agreed with heaven. I will not be shaken. I will not be delayed. I will not be talked out of my promise." And heaven will send reinforcements. Your strength will be renewed. Doors will reappear. Resources will align and the path will clear again, because God never commands a move without providing the means. You're not walking in confusion. You're walking in covenant. The provision has already been assigned. The landlord has already been softened. The helper has already been awakened. The funds have already been released. The yes is already echoing through time. You only need to walk forward. Don't try to figure it out. Just say yes and start packing. Even if you don't know the next location yet, start packing in faith. Let the boxes become your declaration, "I trust you, God." Let the cleaning become your prophecy, "I'm making space for the new." Let the goodbye become your deliverance, "I refuse to stay in what you've called me out of." And every time you take a step, something will break in the spirit. Some chain, some delay, some fear, some lie. It will all crumble under the weight of your obedience. Because obedience is always louder than opposition. Child, let me say this with authority. The place you're moving to is not just an address. It is an assignment. It is a portal. It is a place where your prayers become reality. You'll find yourself writing again, creating again, laughing again, resting again, hoping again, trusting again. You will become the version of yourself that was buried beneath years of survival. And the best part, you won't have to force it. It will rise naturally like a seed finally planted in good soil. You are that seed and this place is the soil. Don't miss it. Don't delay. Don't explain. Just obey. Because the version of you waiting on the other side is worth every moment of discomfort it takes to get there. Now breathe, look around, and say it one more time. I accept the move. I welcome the new. I let go of the old. I trust the divine. Let that be your anthem. Let that be your signature. Let that be your spiritual passport. Because the gates are open. The angels are watching. The way is clear. And the picture of the place you are moving to, it's not just in your imagination anymore. It's real. It's waiting. And soon, it will be yours, my child, my beloved. You've made it further than most. You've walked with this word through the storm. You've held on to every confirmation like a rope in a flood. And now the rain is clearing. The light is breaking. The path is open. What's coming next is the part that will silence every voice that ever doubted you. Not just people, but your own voice. The one that said, maybe it will never happen. The one that whispered, maybe God forgot me. The one that begged, why not me, Lord? And now, heaven whispers back. It is you. It has always been you. Because the move that's coming is not just physical, it's generational. What happens in this relocation will ripple forward into time. Your children's children will trace their blessing back to this moment when you said yes. Yes to the unknown. Yes to the calling. Yes to the place that was shown in the spirit before it was shown in your inbox. Yes, beloved. God is about to show you the photo. No, it won't come with perfect clarity at first. It will arrive like a whisper, like a street name you've never noticed before, like an online listing that gives you chills, like a vision in prayer that doesn't fade. Pay attention. Heaven is speaking. You're not being left in the dark. You're being led by divine light. And that picture, it's not just of a house. It's of a future, a safe haven, a spiritual headquarters. This place will be the launching pad for the version of you the enemy tried to bury. This is resurrection ground. You'll notice something when you get there. Your ideas will come back. Your joy will return. Your sense of humor will feel real again. You'll dance in the kitchen. You'll sing in the hallway. You'll rest without guilt. And you'll finally feel at home in your own life. My child, this place has been set apart since before you were born. The moment you took your first breath, this property was marked with angels. That's why no one else has been able to thrive there. It wasn't theirs. It was yours. Heaven was keeping it for the appointed time. And now that time has come. But listen, don't move with your emotions alone. Move with discernment because the enemy will send a counterfeit place first. It will look almost right, almost aligned, almost affordable, but something will feel off. Don't rush. Don't settle. Don't grab the first open door. When heaven is offering you a golden gate, your confirmation will come with peace, not panic. Your yes will feel like rest, not anxiety. Your spirit will soften, not tighten. Your energy will feel released, not restricted. That's how you'll know. This is the one. And when you arrive, you'll notice the wind. It will greet you differently. You'll feel it in your hair, in your skin, in your lungs. It will not blow through you. It will wrap around you as if creation itself has been holding its breath for your arrival. Because it has. Child, even the earth knows. When a chosen one touches down, even the walls will sigh in relief. When your feet cross the threshold, even the windows will glow differently. When your soul comes home, this isn't imagination. This is spiritual memory. You've lived here in vision. You've seen it in prayer. You've drawn it in childhood sketches. You've written about it in secret journals. It is real. And now it is reachable. But you must act. You must speak. You must agree. Say it again with all of heaven watching. I say yes to the place you've prepared for me. I release fear. I welcome the shift. I accept the move. Say it even if your voice shakes. Say it until your heart believes it. Say it until the walls of limitation crumble. This is not a fantasy. This is the fulfillment of divine architecture. You've waited long enough. You've grieved long enough. You've wondered long enough. Now you will walk. Now you will claim. Now you will own. And I need you to know. This move isn't just for you. It's for everyone connected to your healing. There are people you haven't met yet whose freedom is locked inside your relocation. You must go so they can find you. This is divine chess. You are being moved so others can be positioned. You are not a pawn. You are a key, and heaven is unlocking destinies through your obedience. You will begin to feel it this week. A shifting in your body. So now you know. The photo is imprinted on your spirit. The keys are being forged in the unseen. But this channel is the conduit heaven is using to deliver your final instructions. Do not break this sacred connection. Subscribe right now, and anchor yourself here. Because in the next 48 hours, heaven will send a sign through this very channel, a detail, a date, a direction, that will make your entire path clear. This is your divine delivery system. Stay connected, beloved. Your miracle is tuned to this frequency. Subscribe, and let the movement begin.